Hi, I'd like to just show you some of the cute features of the itouch with using a flip camera. As you can see in evidence, it's standing on a little tripod. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, I'm going to start by pressing the home button, which, because it's asleep, and then I'm going to unlock it. Now, your wireless settings are here, and you switch it on and off here. And then you'll wait for open access to come up in your settings, which it won't do here because I'm at home. Now, while I'm waiting for it to find my home network, I'll just show you. You'll need to go then to your open access, which will come up with its own login in Safari. Okay, this is not what that'll look like, but yeah. Next, you might want to set up your email, and that is down here. You just select whichever account you want. So if you add an account, it'll ask you if you want to set up your work email or your other email accounts. Okay, now I want to just show you the browser in Safari, so that you just have an idea that, well, you realize that you can zoom in on things. And you can also enter text in fields. So what I'm looking at the moment is the image search in Google, the advanced image search. So that if you wanted to look for a tag, let's turn it sideways so you can see it properly. And you want to see images that are for reuse with modification. That way you can use them in your PowerPoints and in VLE. Okay, so just to let you know that you can easily search on things. So if we say brain, go, then it will come up with anything that is Creative Commons, which you can then rightfully use for whatever your purpose is. Okay. Let's now select that image. And then the next step, if you say, okay, I want to use this image, you can just hold your finger on it and you get an option to save it or copy it. Well, I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to show you. We're now in the photo album, and I've got 2 copies of it there, and you can see that you can actually zoom in and move around on it, and you can also move it backwards and forwards. Now, it just so happens, of course, that I have already 2 copies of this, so when I flick backwards you'll see that I've got, but that's how you can also navigate between the pictures. Okay, I've just switched over to my iPhone because I've got some apps on it that I haven't got on the itouch. So, and I thought it'd just be nice to show you some of what's possible, even though it may not all yet be on the itouch. There's lots of free apps you can download, and you can see here I've got things like Facebook and YouTube. Well, that comes standard. What I want to show you now is TED, because there are some amazing resources out there, but as you can see, my wireless signal here is pretty poor. So we'll see how well we go. But TED is Technology Entertainment Design. It's actually an extraordinary resource that provides all kinds of very interesting thinkers the opportunity to share their thoughts. Okay. Now, it will take a moment to upload. You'll find TED on its own is a huge database of interesting material.
Hello everyone. Because this is my first time at TED, I've decided to bring along an old friend to, well, break the ice a bit.
One very interesting app is called Strip Designer, and this is just a little film strip type of or poster designer, where you can add photos either from the camera or the album. So I'm going to just take some of my snow shots and when we got the floods. Okay, and then you can also add little speech bubbles if you had people in there and type in them. Okay, for instance, and yeah, you might have some fun purpose that you could use with them. Also, there is a little animator. There's several different animators. This one is just one that I've created, which just allows, and I've just had a little play. But yeah, the notion of being able to easily create a little animation is good to know that it's available, I thought. Okay, I just realised looking back at the videos I've shot that depth of field was out, and so it was very blurred. So I'm going to just show you the grammar. This little app is actually quite useful for anybody who needs to practice their, the grammar, obviously. So you get information about the topic, and you can do a test, which I'm not going to do properly, but just to give you an idea of what the format's like. Okay, I happen to get them all wrong, but it does give you a little mark, and you can email it, and it gives you a score and how long it took you to do. Okay, this particular application wasn't free, but it is one of my favourites. It costs $2.99, and I just love that I can see the stars wherever I am, and that it sort of shows me what is in the direction that I'm actually moving. So I don't know if you're aware, I'm moving around, and it shows me what's in the sky. Now, back into focus, hopefully, here. Ooh, so you can see the constellations. You've also got an arrow that say we're north. And okay, let's say we want to learn more about Pegasus. Did we get that highlighted? Yes. We go to the information icon, and it gives you various statistics. And there's also a little clock up here that allows you to set different dates and times, which I haven't played enough with. I'm going to close those. There's also a whole lot of options, settings, and also like a NASA picture of the day option with a whole lot of cute current pictures and things. So if we go to Venus, oh, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I've got things like a graphics calculator, which I can't demo very well because I'm rubbish at equations. And this is the periodic table, which is also freely downloadable. And then there is a 3D brain, which gives you this very cute little 3D model with a little mechanism that allows you to select various systems and see what they look like, and then get info on them. So the limbic system has a case study, associated functions, associated cognitive disorders. So I'm hoping I'm in the right distance away so you can get some idea of the text, and the depth of it. It's extraordinary. So it's a whole lot of functionality I haven't even explored. And finally, the very beautiful Louvre app, which is also incredibly rich. You've got lots of various options, but right now I'm just going to encourage you to download it when you borrow your itouch and see for yourself.